Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to go to Target. I actually have to go run a couple errands. Got to go to the post office and mail off some stuff. But on my way back home, there's two different Targets on my route. So we're going to stop by there and see what we can find. I've got on my trusty Seahawks Vader sweater on. Got the goggles, so let's get to hunting. And here we are at the Target number 1. Hopefully they have something. I'm not too hopeful. It's a walk of shame. Wonder how many toy people they get in here every single day. Cross your fingers for the good stuff. Here we're passing by the bedding section. Oh, Baby Yoda blankets. That's kind of cool. And on to the Star Wars. Is there any action figures? Do they have any regular action figures? A Black Series? Oh, they got these little action figures that nobody wants. That's why there's a bunch of them. They got those 3-inch ones. Nobody wants a lot of the Baby Yodas. Everybody has these Baby Yodas. Why can't we find action figures? Alright, moving on. Let's see if there's anything else good. I guess if I was collecting other things, I'd probably have a lot of good luck here. But if you're looking for Star Wars figures, the VC collection, Black Series, you won't find them. Oh, there was a cool kind of Lego mosaic kind of thing. I always kind of check out the Legos just to see if there's anything cool and new. For a while I was looking for the Mandalorian set, but as you will see later, I found one. But yeah, nothing real cool. Lego Yoda, some Harry Potter stuff, but not much cool in the way of Star Wars Legos. Alright, let's go on to the other side. Let's see some action figures. This is a weird Target though. The Star Wars stuff is not amongst the regular aisles like other Targets. So if you're ever looking in this Target for Star Wars stuff on the aisles, you won't find it. All you find it is that weird section I was already at. So I guess we'll look at the, there's some Pokemon, lots of that if you're collecting a Pokemon, and wrestlers, if you're a wrestling collector, or those weird vintage He-Mans, you can find those. Lots of wrestlers. I don't buy any wrestlers though, so nothing here for me, but a Battle Cat. It's kind of cool, Battle Cat. Who's that? Oh, Ronda Rousey. That's pretty awesome. Maybe somebody was probably looking for that. Let's go on to the DC stuff. Looks like a lot of Batman and Joker. I don't buy Batmans, really. I don't buy Jokers. I don't buy Wonder Woman. I don't buy Transformers. I'd buy Transformers if I found like old Transformers somewhere for a good deal, but I'm going to buy into the new Transformers. I'm just way too far behind to start in on a new collection like that. Let's see. A cool Venom mask. It'd be kind of fun to have the whole Venom costume going on. It would have to be a skinnier Venom, not all bulked up and muscly though. Some Hot Wheels, if there's any good Hot Wheels. I've been kind of buying a few Hot Wheels here and there lately. There's always some cool ones. Let's see if there's any Mustangs. Oh, what's that? Is that a Mustang? I think I spotted a Mustang. Alright, on to the Mecha section and Funko Pop section, the NECAs and Funkos. Anything cool? There's a Mayor McCheese, or Sheriff McCheese. Heard the Funko Time guy talking about those with a lot of excitement. Let's see, what are those, Spice Girls maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I don't buy much Funko Pops. Only the Star Wars ones here and there, but I think I'm going to even stop doing any of that. Well, not too successful at that Target. Did pick up a couple of little things though. This Mandalorian nightlight projector, and got a new Mustang. For Hot Wheels, I always get the Mustangs when I find them. Only the old ones. Yeah, the 60s, late 60s, early 70s. But if I had a Mustang, we'll on to the next one. Alright, time for Target number 2. Make sure to stick around for the end of this, and I'll show you how that projector works. I'll take it in the bathroom or whatever, in a nice dark spot, and see how it really looks all shining up on the ceiling. Alright, Target number 2. I hope we have better luck here than we had the other one. There was no Star Wars figures. And this Target, just like most of them in this area, are generally pretty well picked over, but hopefully we can find something. Hopefully there's one little nugget that makes this trip a little worth it. They have a different setup at this store than they did at that other one. The other one had the Star Wars section completely separated from everything else. Whereas this one is just on the regular main aisles with the rest of the stuff. All right, here we go. Oh, hey, there's some cool stuff here. I see. I
Green
spot a Green
Lantern.
Lantern. I love the Green Lantern. As you probably will hear and have heard, and we'll probably keep on hearing in my videos. I love the Green Lantern.
Might have to pick up one
It doesn't
of
matter which one it
those.
is. I just like the whole story back. This one seems to have a little bit more than the other one. There's still some empty spaces, and yeah. Let's see. I think I didn't see any Star Wars stuff, but we're going on to let's look at some other cool stuff. Batmobile. Look over the Hot Wheels. See if there's anything fun. Still looking for that Hot Wheel Baby Yoda. Either one of them. Haven't found those yet. Oh, hamburger Hot Wheel, shopping cart Hot Wheel. Here's some more He-Man. Yep, Star Wars section as usual. No regular action figures, except for I think I saw. Oh, look, Panther or whatever it is. Oh, what is his name? Cringer, or Panther. Yeah, but that was kind of cool. I probably should have got that, but I didn't. But yeah, there's cool. Another cool He-Man. But yeah, no Black Series, no VC collection. Of course, they have those packs of Mandalorian Baby Yodas that nobody wants, because that's why they're all still sitting there. Nobody collects that stuff. But yeah, okay, onward. Let's look at the Legos. Oh, cool Spider-Man Lego, Carnage, and Ghost Rider. And I kind of like that new Mario Lego thing they have going on. There's Batman Legos. There's cool Batman Legos. But yeah, the new Mario Lego, like the Mario like lights up and it like is kind of has motion to it or whatever. A little animated. There's some Harry Potter. Let's see. We don't need any of this stuff. Let's go on to back to the NECA section of theirs. This one's pretty wiped out. And pretty messy. But I don't think I see anything that I want or need. Oh, there's that cool Dragon Ball Z. Those that I showed you some odd videos ago. Oh, look, from The Office. It's a Dundee Award. That's pretty awesome. Probably should pick that up for something funny, but nah, whatever. Look at some of the Funko Pops. Is there any Funko Pops? It's pretty wiped out. Nothing special in the Funko section. Oh, there's a cool Gizmo. That's pretty sweet. I love Gizmo. Kind of reminds me of what? Oh, the Baby Yoda. Oh, that's right, because Baby Yoda's kind of a copy of it, or maybe not. I'm not sure, but they look pretty similar. What's that? Oh yeah, there's some more Gremlins. That's the Flasher. That's pretty sweet. And on Ghostbuster Ecto 1. What is it? What is this Ecto 1? Oh, is it a remote controlled Ecto 1? I'm not sure. I kind of forget, because it was a little while ago that I recorded this video. Oh, cool dinosaur transformer. Ooh, if I was buying Transformers, I'd love to have these guys, because I love the Transformers that are dinosaurs. Oh, these are cool. The new Marvel Legends 3 3/4 figures, kind of looking like the old Secret Wars. Yeah, but I'm not trying to start into new sets like that, though, because I'm probably pretty behind. Oh, cool, Thanos. Look at this Thanos. This Thanos is beautiful. Comes with the gauntlet, comes with a different head. Oh, cool Venom. This is awesome Venom. I probably should have picked that one up in hindsight. Oh, it's cool Batman and Bane. Well, not a terribly successful trip to that Target, but I did pick up that Green Lantern. This thing is awesome. John Stewart Green Lantern. Can't wait for that new series to come out on HBO. It's going to be amazing. Alright, welcome back from Target. We didn't find a lot, but we did find a few things. And what we're going to do here is we're going to open those things up, because I'm super excited to see some of these things. First of all, though, I wanted to show you one of the old things. I want to show you something old, because we're toy collecting then and now. And so before I show you the now, I'm going to show you something from back then. If you've seen this in one of my videos before, just bear with it. It's something really cool, old kind of series that they put out in 1986 by Tonka. These were the Rock Lords, and this was my favorite of the Rock Lords. This was the silver one. His name was Limestone, and my second favorite one is the Gold Nugget one. I think it was called Pulverize. I still have to find a Pulverize somewhere, but this was my other favorite. And these were some really cool things. I mean, in the 80s, they were making amazing toys. And Tonka, Mattel, Kenner, everybody was putting out awesome toys. And this is one of the cool things that you could buy in the 80s. And, of course, he would transform into a rock. And on the back, he had a little bit of a comic that would kind of show you his little ability to transform. And then, of course, there's him transformed into the rock and still talking as a rock. But yeah, let's get on to the stuff we got from Target. Of course, I showed you I bought one of the Mustangs, because Hot Wheels always collect the Mustangs, old Mustangs. Love the old Mustangs, especially the Mach 1s, the Shelbys. and all of that. But I do collect the Mustangs. One of these days I'll show you guys all the different Mustangs I have. But let's open up this bad boy so we can put him with all my other cool Mustangs. Take him out of package just to keep the size of my collection down. So we don't need the big bulky package for a $1 little Hot Wheel. That was a really cool Mustang though. Kind of a cool custom that you would actually see in real life somewhere. I just love the shape and the feel of these old Mustangs. So that's pretty sweet. And then let's go on to let's open up this John Stewart. We got the John Stewart Green Lantern. I haven't really gotten into telling you guys much or showing you guys much of my Green Lantern stuff, but I do have a whole long box of comic books of Green Lantern that eventually we'll get to talking about. And I used to have a big set of the Blackest Night action figures from the Green Lantern, but I think I sold that a long time ago, and I was kind of getting back into Star Wars, or no, I was getting back into different kind of style of comic book at the time. But yeah, so I sold all my Blackest Night action figures, which actually I do want to probably pick up a few of those again eventually. Just probably one of each lantern, because I had a bunch of really cool ones. Like I want to get the Larfreeze and the Atrocitus and so on and so forth. But let's see if we can open this one up with any relative ease. But yeah, I'm eventually going to have a little Green Lantern display, so that's why I kind of picked this guy up to go along with that display once I actually put that up, and probably have to wait for that until we actually get a bigger place. But I sold my Star Wars stuff first, well, most of my Star Wars stuff. So let's get on to... It comes with a stand, so that's pretty cool. It comes with a trading card. I'll have to dig that out of that later. And then, of course, looks like they kind of, instead of twist tying, they kind of rubber band these guys in these days. So twist out your rubber bands, get your... And the cool thing about John Stewart is his constructs that he makes with his Green Lantern ring are more like practical than other Green Lanterns. So they kind of talk about that in the comic books, where he's more kind of a practical thinker instead of like imaginative. And he was an architect, I think, at some point. So he has some really like complex constructs that he makes with the Green Lantern ring, as opposed to some of the other Green Lanterns. So yeah, because he has definitely more complex constructs that he creates. And more into the Green Lantern, so we'll talk about later. So, actually, the Green Lantern is my favorite DC character, and it doesn't just span one of the guys. Like, of course, I love Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, but it's actually, I don't know, in my opinion, the best superhero out there, as far as just because almost anybody could become a Green Lantern, and it basically would make you, more powerful than almost any other superhero or villain out there, as far as their abilities. Like even, I think Hal Jordan at one point, there was kind of a storyline, it's called Emerald Twilight, where Hal Jordan basically goes bad, and he basically possesses an entity, or an entity possesses him, that's called Parallax, which basically is the fueling entity for the Yellow Lanterns, or the Sinestro Corps. And with the entity of Parallax inside Hal Jordan, he was even able to defeat Superman, which we'll get into that later, once I get into more Green Lantern stuff. But here's John Stewart and all of his Green Lantern glory. And as we've seen, they're actually coming out with a HBO series for the Green Lantern. It's called the Green Lantern Corps. So I'm super excited that. And it's just kind of coincidental, or maybe kind of like, foresight, because I just figured this out like yesterday, that they were going to have this new show on HBO, and it's just been within the last month or so that I started kind of getting back into comic books and the stories again. And mainly also because I kind of discovered this guy on YouTube that basically breaks down comic books and does like a lot of comic book explanations, kind of breaks down the story. And I was just trying to catch up on all the storylines from the last some odd years that I'd missed. So it kind of actually got me kind of back into comic books. Plus nothing, there hasn't been really anything new Star Wars lately to kind of suck me back into that world. And it's going to be a while till we see anything new Mandalorian. So, but yeah, so he is on a stand, and I think he's got a backpack of sorts that maybe it's supposed to be the fueling factor for this weapon here. He has just like, he was an old military guy, so he has like machine gun constructs. So he constructs, machine guns and fires bullets at the baddies, which I think is probably a pretty good strategy against some of these villains these days, because it's probably just not something that they're used to seeing. But yeah, so somehow the machine gun plugs onto him. And then, of course, he's got his Green Lantern ring, as you can see on his hand. But let's get on to the next thing. I won't mess around with that too much. And yeah, like I said, we'll talk about the Green Lanterns in depth a little bit more. But this is really cool. I found this Mandalorian projector, and just time for our baby coming, because our baby's it'll be about born in about a month and a week, something like that. It's due May 1st. But once it's old enough to be in its own room, you got to have a nightlight for the baby, and this would be a cool nightlight. So let's actually take this into the bathroom into the perfect dark and see how it looks all lit up. All right, so here we are in the bathroom, and I got this bad boy plugged into here. So there it is in all of its plugged in glory. Now let's see what happens when we turn off the lights. See, let's make sure hopefully it's awesome. So there it is all lit up there. Let's see what it's projecting. Oh no, we kind of got it in a bad position. Let's see if we can get it up. There we go. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty amazing. It's actually pretty sweet. It actually projects pretty well for being like, a cheap little projector item. Ooh. Yeah, that's awesome. Look at that. Yeah, that thing is really cool. I'm really happy with how it ended up turning out. Yeah. Awesome little pod. It'll be perfect for the baby's room for when we're stumbling around in the middle of the night and you gotta go in and check on the baby. All right, well, that's it for now. But if you like my content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.